The thing that really helps us is comfort food, right?
Yes, it does. I can't wait to hear what we've got cooking in the kitchen today with Monsignor Billian.
Meals with Monsignor. Hello, Monsignor.
Well, good morning, everybody. I think this is a wonderful morning because I just got the news that Dave won't be on our segment with us, so we'll all be able to talk a little bit.
And I love the recipe, Monsignor. I'm already looking at it. I got questions galore.
I expect that from you, Pat. Lots of questions, and we'll have time today to answer them because Dave won't be filling up all the airtime.
So let me tell you a story about Dave. No, I'm kidding.
No, there's no Dave talk allowed. Okay. So we're going to turn to a kind of pasta that is delicious and wonderful, but not something perhaps that people use very often. But it is a great, wonderful tasting pasta as well because it is an egg pasta. So it is tagliatelle, which is you might see it, sometimes it's as much as an inch wide, sometimes 3/4 of an inch wide, and a long strip of pasta. So that's the kind of pasta we use for the recipe today, along with some Italian sausage and some mushrooms. It's easy to do, but again, people sometimes get a little nervous when they talk about sausages and mushrooms. So we're going to go through the steps in order to make your dining experience a wonderful, tasty experience, particularly on days when, if you happen to be living in areas that's covered with clouds this day from wildfires in Canada, stay in the house and just make something nice and comfortable in order to enjoy with your family, to spend a little special family time together inside. So we're going to start off with some mushrooms. You can clean the mushrooms. You can have whole mushrooms. Sometimes in their stores you can find wonderful sliced mushrooms already, but you want to clean them well with a damp cloth or maybe a little brush even, and slice them thinly. Now, again, you can buy them already sliced, but make sure they're fresh. Don't use a canned mushroom. And take those mushrooms and just clean them, slice them thinly. Then you have to prepare the sausage. Now, you can use any kind of, so you like a little spicier sausage, you can use a hot sausage, or you can use a mild sausage, or you can do what I do, is I use some of each. So I mix them together. So you take the sausage outside of the link. So you slit the link and push all the meat out, remove the casing altogether, put that meat on a plate, and then break it up with a fork so it's broken up in small pieces. Then you have your mushrooms in one plate, nice and clean. You have your sausage all smashed down in little tiny pieces. Then you want to start your sauce. So in a saute pan, combine the olive oil that you should have there. You should have enough olive oil in order to make this happen, maybe about 5 tablespoons of olive oil, some crushed garlic. So the garlic, you're going to want 1 clove of garlic crushed there, a little bit of water, 3 tablespoons or so of water, and just put that over medium heat. Then, once you get that to medium heat, add the sliced mushrooms and saute those for about 2 minutes. Make sure you stir them frequently, though. Make sure things are moving around in there. Then you're going to take your plate of sausage and add that in there with some white wine. Now, I put on the thing white wine is optional. Okay, but I think it's a lot better if you use some good white wine in there.
Agreed.
So a little white wine, it just helps the things move together well. So put that white wine in there. Season it lightly with some salt and fresh ground pepper. But your sauce isn't done yet. So there you've got all those things kind of getting friendly with each other in the saute pan. And then you need to add the butter. A little butter makes everything a little better. So a little butter in there, maybe about 4 tablespoons, I think I call for in the recipe, with butter, and then some fresh chopped parsley, and stir it until the butter melts and really coats all of the sausage and the mushrooms. Just reduce the heat to a low simmer gently for about 10 minutes. Now you have to cook the pasta. So you're going to bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil, add a little sea salt, and then add the pasta in and cook it till it's al dente. And they'll say on the package how many minutes for al dente. You don't want it mushy. You don't want mushy pasta. You want to be able to have some bite into it a little bit and enjoy some substance there. So cook it al dente according to the package directions. Reserve a little bit of the pasta water. Don't throw it all out when you're done cooking the pasta. We might need it a little later because you're going to take that cooked pasta and put it directly into the pan with the sauce where you have that simmering a little bit. So, and then toss it well with some tongs. If the sauce seems just a little dry, which it can depending how much time you take to do all this, add a splash or two of that reserved pasta water until it lightly coats all of the pasta. Remove it from the heat, toss it with a generous amount of that pecorino romano, which I told you to have ready to put from the ingredient list to put on there, and serve it immediately. It's not something you wait around for, but as soon as you're done, that's when you serve it. Couple little tips, maybe as you think about it, make sure you brown the sausage well as you're doing that part of the recipe before you add the butter, because you'll get a deeper flavor out of that sausage the longer that you just let it brown a bit. Don't burn it, but let it brown a bit. And you really don't overcook the mushrooms. Again, you want to be able to have some substance there and not just have a mushy pile of fungi to eat. So you want to do that. I would serve this, of course, with a ice-cold Pinot Grigio wine, as well as with some nice crusty Italian bread. It's really a light dish, so it's a good summer dish because the sauce is not very heavy, and it should be very, very delightful to enjoy even on a great smoky day like it is in Toledo, Ohio today. So that's it for the tagliatelle, with Italian sausage and mushrooms for a summertime dinner to enjoy with family. Make sure you say a good prayer before you eat it, like you do all food. You got to bless what we do around the table to make sure Jesus is sitting at the table with us when we enjoy this wonderful, wonderful recipe this weekend.
And I don't see
all
any.
right, Pat, I'm ready.
I don't see any lettuce on there, so it's safe.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
That's correct. No lettuce served here. Of course, I don't have that problem usually anyway.
That's right. So, yes, I do have questions, Father. First of all, I've never heard of this kind of pasta, the tagliatelle.
Well, that's because I'm trying to expand your horizons.
Yes, and I want them expanded, Monsignor. So where do I get this? Can I get this just in a regular grocery store, Kroger's?
Generally you can, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, wondered. Okay, now I have another thing, garlic. Then this isn't just for this recipe. This is for all recipes. I am lazy, and I get the kind where it's already minced in a jar. Is that okay to use, or should I really just buy a fresh clove and try to mash it up myself?
Well, let me suggest, if you want to be extremely lazy when it comes to good taste,
yes,
perhaps you make sure when you can buy a jar of crushed garlic.
Okay.
Not chopped. You can get chopped garlic, minced garlic, and crushed garlic.
I get
the
minced.
crust because
the
crust allows more flavor to come out of the clove rather than a minced or a chopped. So you want you can buy a little jar of crushed garlic. So do that.
And if I was going to make this on a Friday and I have people over that don't eat meat on Friday, how does it taste if I leave out the sausage?
Terrible. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Okay. I can't replace it with anything else like vegetables.
No.
I don't care for the recipe.
Italian sausage and mushrooms. No other vegetables other than the mushroom.
All right, Monsignor.
The man who's gracing the cover of Graceful Living Diocese magazine, Monsignor Michael Billian, cover boy. Thank you so much.
Bye, Monsignor.